The US and Russia hold talks in Abu Dhabi on ending the war, 2 days after negotiators said they'd revised a US-presented plan that Ukraine and its allies said was skewed towards Russia's demands. According to Reuters, US Army Secretary Dan Driscoll's meeting with Ukraine's military intelligence chief, as well as a Russian delegation. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky welcomed the so-called revised framework after Sunday's talks in Geneva and said he would speak with his US counterpart on, quote, sensitive topics. Meanwhile, progress on negotiations is also being discussed by Kiev's allies in a video call, countries part of the coalition of the willing. France 24's Dave Keating tells us more.
They're going to be grappling with both the short-term need here, which is to try to steer this current peace initiative toward Ukraine's direction, but also confronting this larger issue, which is Europe willing to support Ukraine if the U.S. completely withdraws its support? Now, there's things that have to be done in that format that's kind of outside NATO, of the friends of Ukraine, basically everyone except the United States who was supporting Ukraine before, but also there's issues to grapple with for the European Union. So while that meeting is taking place, we're also having frantic meetings trying to solve this impasse over those frozen Russian assets. They're mostly based here in Belgium, and the Belgian Prime Minister, Bart de Wever, is worried that there would be legal repercussions of that money being seized and given to Ukraine. And so far, other EU leaders have not been able to convince him that there would be safeguards in place for that. So those two efforts are ongoing right now, and they're really trying to confront this larger question: can Europe support Ukraine on its own if the U.S. pulls support?